Hey, RT96, what's up? Probably not. Most certainly not. He will not show his genius today.
Glad you could make it. Woo! We are joined by.
So this is Bob the Science Guy's pitch data excuse. It's no excuse, man. There's no why is it so low? It's weird. No, that's strange. Maybe it's just the way. Let's try this.
Okay, I'm going to forward it.
No, that isn't it. Okay, we'll fix it. It's weird. OBS does shit like that. Irritating. There, move that to there. Bring that to there. Looks like it got almost all of it here. There we go. That's better. Actually, man, this thing's all fucked up. All right. Yeah, that's good enough. Excuse me. So, yeah. Well, let's watch.
So appreciate
Let's
you.
go
And
see if we Bob
Vicky,
alone.
yeah, and Vicky in the background as well. So hello, Vicky. And everybody in the YouTube lands, you guys rock. Please hit the likes, share the show. You guys are awesome. Um, I want to just say we're only going to be doing an hour and a half max tonight because after this I'm going to be debating Will Duffy on about the final experiment.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
He fucking lost badly. Hey, ha ha ha. Hey, George. Yeah, he fucking lost badly.
exciting and fun. Note that PJ will be streaming it on his stream, so make sure to go and support his channel. And he's almost at 400 subscribers.
Almost.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button,
Yeah, man.
please. Yeah, but it's good to see you all. You guys rock. Hey, Matt just joined the house as well. What's up, Matt?
Yay.
Hey, greetings, people.
I mean, Will called him out on a ton of shit yesterday. It was fucking awesome.
Good to see you, brother.
Greetings, Atlings. Are you ready to be mystified by Bob the Science Guy and how we don't understand pitch data?
Mystified.
Mystified by a science guy. What is he, a magician?
Yeah. I was going to
Well,
say
he is practically.
I would be mystified
To ignorant people, he would be.
if he actually used some science, to be honest.
Oh, okay. He doesn't use any science.
That is the truth. I haven't watched anything of this yet, so it's going to be exciting to see what he actually has to present.
The VA finally sent me fucking prescription that I needed. This shit works.
Yeah. You guys are. Oh, PJ, what's the channel called? Lasonic Sauce. And good to see you, Lasonic, by the way. I haven't seen in a
I'll
while.
put the link in for it now. There it is.
Awesome. Okay, so attitude indicators and the globe. Ooh, exciting stuff. Okay, guys, hit the likes, share the show. Let's get this party started.
Well, hi everyone, this is Bob the Science Guy, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, flight instruments, specifically the attitude indicator.
Nice.
Now, a very common argument that you will hear in the flat Earth is that in order to fly around the Earth, planes would have to dip their nose.
You just did that.
No, he didn't. Not in relationship to the Earth, which is your frame of reference, dipshit. See, he still doesn't understand frame of reference.
Again, remember he did that when he was live with me when I debated him? No, planes don't dip their nose and then takes a plane over a ball and dips the nose.
No, He didn't. Not according to the people that are on the globe like you. See, you don't understand frame of reference. See, your frame of reference was space. And of course, yeah, it's going to look like the plane's going around over a sphere. But on Earth, your frame of reference, it does not dip its nose. You dumb motherfucker.
If it doesn't dip its nose, it's going to fly off into space. Well, if there was such a thing.
But this is how idiotic it is. Let me show you a plane dipping its nose around a globe while telling you it's not going to dip its nose around a globe.
I know.
God, what a fucking ignorant asshole.
No.
Just completely stupid.
Not a very good start.
Does not understand
Yeah,
a
you
goddamn
can't fix
thing.
stupid. Exactly, Vicky. Can't.
To fly
No,
around
that's
the globe.
no, that's can't
But
fix
that can't be
stupid.
done
Someone's name in
because
chat. That's can't fix stupid is Dave in chat.
Oh, but yeah, I'm
Say
saying
hello
you
to-
can't fix stupid. I'm talking about Dave, Bob.
But you can't.
if you look at the data from the flight instruments, specifically the gyroscopic attitude indicator, which is rigid in space, it shows
Notice, guys, he just said it's rigid in space. Okay.
Yes, that's what gyros are. That's what they do, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. He just to say it's rigid in space.
Yeah.
that the plane does not dip its nose at all. Therefore, the Earth must be flat.
Yes.
Well, is this actually the case? Well, no, it's not. Because flight instruments are not gyroscopes. They are not rigid in space.
No, they run off a gyroscope. An attitude indicator runs off of a gyroscope. So there is his first mystic. There's his first magic trick.
Right. So still not
This
science.
this is the first thing he does to be, to dupe his gullible audience. Yes, obviously the flight instrument itself is not a gyroscope, but the attitude indicator works off of the gyroscope. Oh my word.
They are instruments that are gyroscopically stabilized, but in many cases they're self-correcting. For example, while the heading indicator, which matches your compass heading, is a gyroscopically stabilized instrument, it does not self-correct. And as a result, we have to manually change it every 15 or 20 minutes as we fly over the globe Earth.
Not over the globe Earth. You fly over a plane.
Yeah.
No, you don't, stupid. It's been measured. Shut the fuck up.
It's called an aeroplane for a reason.
You don't understand how words work. It's not called aeroplane because the Earth is flat, you stupid motherfucker.
And yes, you guys know why you have to keep.
God damn.
They
how
usually have
dumb
to do it
can you
every
be?
15 minutes or so.
Oh shit. That's probably better, isn't it? My microphone was turned way down.
Manually do it. Well, the oldest you get automatic. These days you do get automatic adjustments that they can do it themselves. It's because you're flying in a very specific direction and it's not able to adjust. So that's why you have to manually adjust it to keep up with your course reading. Now, the same would be for the attitude indicator. If you're physically going over a curve, you physically have to show adjustment for it.
No, you don't. You don't. Like I said in another video, it's based on the the pressure zone. Fucking god damn it. Can't remember. Barizone? Fuck. I can't remember.
Do we see physical adjustment?
No.
See, you don't understand why you don't see physical adjustment. That's your problem, dumb shit. You don't understand why you don't.
Do you see the issue here, Bob?
A little
I
bit.
tried to explain this to him while we were debating. Well, to him it wasn't a debate, remember?
No, of course. It was a conversation.
Comes to debate to say I'm not here to debate.
Come to a video, he says, I'm not here to debate you.
No, he came there to educate you, and that he failed. Sorry to say.
When it was an actual debate. He was on. Oh.
It's
You don't
insane.
you don't know how to debate, Flatzoid. You proved that last night. You have no clue on as how to debate. You never bring any evidence. You just bring nuh-uh and reversal of the burden of proof and just bullshit. You're a shitty debater.
No, it was
However, the attitude indicator, which is also a gyroscopically stabilized instrument, does self-correct. And
Do you understand that? So the attitude indicator and the heading indicator are both self gyroscopic indicators that correct, but one corrects, one doesn't.
Hmm.
So how does that make it a globe exactly? The reason the attitude indicator can correct for itself is because what we call the right-hand rule. Okay?
Okay.
If you just understand that a gyroscope moves, it has momentum. It has what we call precession.
Oh, it has momentum, but no, it doesn't precess unless it's taken out of its axis. Unless it's taken out of its axis, it will not precess, Flatzoid. Hey, West Side Girl.
So it has to be corrected for that precession, just because it has the right-hand rule.
Because it has the right-hand rule.
Just
But only if it is taken out of its axis, Flatzoid, like I said. It won't do that just sitting still if the Earth was not rotating.
I mean, this is the same question. I don't know if these guys understand this. If you spin the gyro up on a runway and it has precession, which it does,
Right.
and then you
Why would it have precession if you've spun it up on the runway and the runway's still? Why would it have precession?
fly in the sky and it has precession, which it does.
Because the Earth is spinning. Because it's flying around a curve. It's flying out of its axis.
Are you flying over a curve while you're sitting still on a runway?
Basically, yes. Basically, yes. The gyroscope doesn't care if you're on the ground or flying, as long as it is moving within 3D space and changing its orientation, you are flying around the Earth. Yes, absolutely.
Because you're claiming curve is causing that precession?
Certainly not. Certainly not.
Yes,
They don't
absolutely.
really think past this thing. They don't think past their nose.
No. And then they'll
This is
throw
a bad
themselves under the
start.
bus. Then they'll throw themselves under the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is a bad start. If this is the best he's got, it's like, yes, I've heard of pendulous vanes, Wesley. The pendulous vanes are just there to correct it. It's weighted so it can go back out of its precession.
Go back out of its precession. No, the pendulous vanes correct it. Well, Wolfield explained, but Flatzoid didn't get it quite right.
That's what pendulous vanes are there for. It's not because of curve.
Yes,
it's
it
because
is.
of the physics.
Yes, it is. Yes, if you fly too far and your gyroscope is locked to 3D space and it's at its limit, the pendulous vanes allow the vacuum pressure of the system to basically reset the attitude indicator to the force of gravity and not locked to the gyroscope.
Physics of the gyroscope. It's the same as if you take a
Hey, Steven, I think I got that right.
bicycle tire, hold in your hand and spin it. If you try and force it out of whack, it wants to go
Wants to
back.
come back.
Those people
But if you just stand there and hold it, it doesn't want to move, does it? It just spins, right? If you just sit and hold it, it doesn't want to correct itself because there's nothing to correct, right?
pendulous vanes are just weights to get it back into its orientation correct. While you're flying, it has precession because it's forcing it out of that rigid plane.
No, you aren't forcing it out of a rigid plane if you're flying flat and level. You're not forcing it out of any plane. It's still in the same planes as it was when it took off.
Because the plane is sitting at a angle of attack. It's sitting at 2 to 3 degrees with its nose pointed upward.
Well, once it corrects itself for that 2 degrees, it stops processing.
Yeah.
See, Flatzoid, you do not know anything about gyroscopes.
Right-hand rule.
I used to love doing
Right-hand
that as a kid,
rule.
actually.
Sorry?
Getting
Right-hand
back
rule.
like that and feeling it force itself back up. Yeah, I used to
Right hand rule. He's a fucking moron. Holy Jesus, he's dumb.
do that a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, right. Debatable D. The right-hand rule is just giving the vector of the precession. That's all. Not saying that is what's causing precession.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because there's no torque being put on it. There's no torque being put on the gyroscope when it's sitting on the runway and not moving. But it shows precession.
Corrects to the vector of gravity, which is down. And as a result, as it flies over the globe, it's constantly adjusting what down is and maintaining a particular attitude in relation.
Then why does it do exactly the same on a runway when it's not flying?
Like a fiber optic gyro or a laser gyro does.
Is it going over curve, Bob?
Yes. Yes, it's conforming to the rotation of the Earth, yes. And a fiber optic gyro or laser gyro will show precession sitting on the runway with no torque being applied.
And also, there is no pitch data to show for this.
Why would you have data for nothing? Because there's no pitch data to show, Flatzoid. Again, you're having problems with reference frames. Stop it.
No, and it would show. It would.
Why? Why would it show? What would there be to show? It's not changing its orientation compared to the Earth, compared to the downward vector of gravity. Why would there be pitch data?
This guy is very, very desperate
Smart?
to just claim globe.
Oh, he's desperate. Okay. Gotcha.
And by the way, gravity is not a thing.
Oh, shut the fuck up, asshole. It certainly is.
It might be a pseudoscientific belief in consensus, but it's not science. It's not shown to be observable. There is no such thing as the force of gravity, even though
Yes, there is. Yes, Einsteinian gravity has a force. So you're crazy.
they want to claim it is. Have we seen a scientific hypothesis and experiment for validating gravity?
Jesus fucking Christ. You keep saying this, and we keep showing you the thing, and you keep saying it. Why the fuck are you so stupid, man? Why are you this dumb, Flatzoid? Why aren't you able to learn?
No.
Jesus Christ.
The pendulous veins system is I take it you mean an attitude indicator, keeps the gyroscope upright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keeps it in orientation.
That sounds about
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like have you know when you play with, have you guys ever gone to a gym or whatever and you have to get
What do you mean it's like? Why don't you explain it, not what it's like?
measured
Because I can explain how they work. You can't. Right?
on a scale, your weight, and they have those what's them scales that they move that little weight.
They tip the weight across. Yeah.
That's
Counterbalance.
exactly how
I mean, a balance scale?
the pendulous veins are working based on the gyro. It's
No, that's not at all how they work, man. That's not at all how they work.
just tipping to get it back to its orientation.
No, it's not, you dipshit. It doesn't. The pendulous veins don't tip the gyroscope or the attitude indicator to get it back to. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my Jesus.
because it's being forced out of its orientation thanks to precession, not earth curve. Precession is not earth curve. Precession is a byproduct of the angular momentum and the right hand rule.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh my God, this guy's an idiot.
It's just physics, man.
He is fucking. He's goddamn stupid, and he does not understand physics.
Relationship to that changing down. Now, to give you an exact idea of what I'm talking about,
Oh my
look at this
God.
drafting square. Notice that the top of this
Holy
drafting
shit.
square is 90 degrees to the long edge of the drafting square. So, if we look at this as the vector of gravity, if we simply rotate it like so, even though this is now a new down compared to when it was over here, this is a new direction for down, it's still at a 90-degree angle.
And you would still pick up pitch data.
No, you wouldn't. Has this orientation changed? Fuck no, it wouldn't. God damn. I mean, Bob just made it as simple as he possibly can for children to understand. And this dumb motherfucker just, oh, what? Holy crap, man.
Because you would have a new down.
Yeah,
So bad.
exactly.
No,
So it's
you always have the same down, dumbass. Holy shit, you're stupid.
a new 90 degrees, so you would have, it would record it, obviously, because then the plane's going to have to follow that to that 90 degrees.
Oh my
But-
God.
I mean, the guy.
Oh my God, he does not understand it. He just doesn't. Holy shit. He thinks it's constantly a new down. That's what he says. Man.
I just said that it corrects
Mhm.
constantly. So then, if you have a new down,
You don't have a new down. Everyone has the same down. It's toward the center of the earth. You fucking moron.
it would have the data to show
Oh
there's
my
a
God.
new down.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We're only 2 minutes in his video, and the guy
My
has
God.
lost the plot completely.
Oh my God. You think there's different downs. Fuck off.
I remember using them squares in technical drawing in secondary
Oh my
school.
God.
Mm.
Are you kidding me?
I also want to ask Bob, does that set square curve?
Just on the handle. Just on the handle. Well, not the handle, the slider. So it's big.
Wow.
Aye.
To that down. So as the aircraft flies over the curved surface of the Earth, down is constantly being adjusted to be the line between the aircraft and the center of the Earth. And that changes as it flies over the curve. So the angle that the attitude indicator is reading will not change, even though the downward vector is changing.
Oh, and that's why you need to adjust for it. That's why it self-adjusts. Because of the pendulous veins. I got an idea, Bob. Maybe take the pendulum.
No, actually, I guess I was a little wrong about the downward vector changing. But I mean, it's always the same to the plane. That's what I'm saying. It's always straight down. It's always down toward the center of the earth. But no, the pendulous vein. See, what happens is you fly around the earth. Your down is always the same, but the gyroscope wants to maintain its orientation. So as you're flying, and you got the gyroscope here, it wants to maintain 3D space. It wants to be locked in there. But your vector is changing in 3D space. So if it gets too far, the pendulous vanes unlock the two, allow this to move, or what is it? Allow it to move back to where it's supposed to be so it can continue. The pendulous vanes basically allow the vacuum pressure to, what am I, there's something that it's in the back of my head. It's a mechanism to where you can adjust it. I can't remember what it is though. But no, it just allows it to slip back in place to allow it to align with gravity and let the gyro be locked in 3D space. Because Jesus. I mean,
It's just easier to call you stupid.
Angelus veins off and see what happens.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you understand how this is a contradiction in terms? Because he's literally saying the plane is physically following a curve. It is doing adjustments for this curve. But because it is doing the adjustments, there is no data to show the adjustments.
Yeah, that's the one.
What? This is insanity.
So let's go ahead and have a look at an actual
Hey, Diver Dan. Hey, Steven.
attitude indicator. Now this is the attitude indicator that we're going to be using, the R.C. Allen. Notice there's a couple of features to it. First of all, this little kind of W-shaped feature here, it represents the aircraft. So that would be the left or the port wing. This is the right or the starboard wing. This is the center line of the aircraft. The blue is up,
and that's
the brown is down. Where the blue meets the brown is the horizon.
No.
This is your...
Notice, guys, is that horizon curved?
No.
No.
I've never seen.
Actually, it is. You're looking at it on sideways, but yes, it's curved because it's a ball. That's a ball. That yellow or that blue and brown thing is a ball, Flatzoid.
Seen it horizon.
Yeah, it's just apparent. It apparently moves all over the place.
Unless it isn't a ball. Most attitude indicators are balls. So
0 degrees there on that horizon.
Mm-hmm. Very beautiful. I do love also how they set the true horizon on the runway before takeoff. Because if you do that, then why doesn't the horizon change? Why doesn't it matter how far you fly? When you land again at a different airport, it's still the same horizon.
they don't set they they don't set the attitude indicator to the horizon. They just let it settle to horizontal, stupid. Oh my fucking Jesus. Are you kidding me? You thought they set it to the horizon.
No.
You know they can set those things inside the hangar, right? Where you can't see the horizon. You know that? Or if the plane's facing the mountains. You know that? Fucking moron. Holy shit.
Not possible on a globe, correct? Because he just said you get a new down.
And you don't. Of course.
Oh my God. What a fucking moron. What an idiot.
So, contradict
bank
much.
indicator. This little red tag right here means that this unit is not powered up and functioning. When it is powered up and functioning, that will go away.
It's usually air vacuumed. That's why.
Right.
No.
Okay. And down here, we have a little knob that we can pull to cage.
I love actually how they do the pull to cage, because they have to pull it out. They have to adjust it, and it's when it's adjusted, then they clip it back in. It's got like a gear in. If it's pulled out, you can adjust to the indicator, and then when it goes back in, it clips and holds those gears together.
the attitude indicator, which means hold it where it is. Now, obviously, this is a rather expensive piece of gear. I don't have one, but my friend Wolfie6020, who is a corporate pilot based out of Australia, does.
Hey, Roger, what's up, man?
No, wrong, yeah.
How are you doing today, guys?
Man.
Hey, Andres.
Yeah,
I
you know
see
you
Bob's busy. Yeah.
do you know you've got an unfulfilled live stream from
No, he is completely unable to think outside of 2 dimensions. Or get a reference frame correct. He doesn't understand that.
today.
Yeah, I know.
But he's the smartest man on earth.
I slept through it.
Okay. Got
What's
it.
up, Julio?
Is that Matthew? Ah, here.
Roll.
Yeah, it certainly is.
What's up, man?
Hey, Matthew.
And he did a series of videos on his attitude indicator a few years ago and has graciously given me permission to use some of his footage. Now, the first thing that I want to point out is this is the same attitude indicator that we looked at a moment ago. You have the model number and you can look up the specs on it if you wish. It is an electrically powered gyroscopic attitude indicator. Now, he's getting ready to go ahead and hook up the power supply to this. Notice the red off flag is showing, which indicates that the gyro is not spinning. The thing that I want to point out is notice that the airplane is not level with the horizon. Although the dot in the center is on the horizon, you see that that left or port wing is high and the right or starboard wing is low. Watch what happens when he powers up the gyroscope.
It corrects.
There's really no better time than now to take your productivity to the next level. Grammarly is offering 50%.
You can see that the off flag has disappeared.
It didn't correct. It's still off.
Yeah, because it's on now.
You can probably hear the gyro spinning up,
Yeah.
and you'll see that it will slowly align itself to level.
Huh, I wonder why. It's because it has weights, the pendulous veins, which is
No. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow.
doing what? It's adjusting it to horizontal.
So the pendulous veins are weights. Do you know how much a pendulous vein weighs? He thinks they're weights that correct the gyroscope.
Calibrate.
Yeah.
So when you do this and you calibrate it,
Oh my God, his children are going to see this later on and just laugh at his ass.
on the runway, I might add, and you fly, it is trying to constantly keep that rigid plane that you had set. That's why you got that hole to cage for a reason, because you're trying to keep it to that set rigid plane.
You don't know what the cage knob's for. Or why you'd use it.
I mean, really? Does this guy think we were born under a rock or something?
Don't forget about the isobar, though. The isobar is the big issue.
Yeah.
That's the word, isobar. Fuck, I could not remember that. Fuck, thank you, Roger. Yeah, your mama says you're good for nothing, but you're good for something.
Yeah, just say the word isobar and you sound intelligent. Like that just means you don't pick up Earth curve because it's curving physically, but the data shows it's not curving physically because
I mean, down changes for the gyroscope, but doesn't change for the plane or the pilot. That's what I'm saying. It changes for the gyroscope.
it's curving physically.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about being born under a rock, but a great grandfathers were actually rocks, that were rained upon for millions of years, apparently.
Yeah, we're all just cousins of rocks and stardust.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this is a bad Monty Python skit. It's gotta be.
I came from a tadpole that was underneath that rock. That's where I came.
You were advanced then. You were advanced for your age.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear it powering up.
Yeah.
I have to say, Bob could have made this more exciting though. Just forwarded it or just gone back to it. Now we're sitting there, we're listening to a thing going, powering up and then watching it adjust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
put a music on it or something, in the background or just
anything.
He's
Careful with the vocalizations, buddy.
going by his name. He's a boring old
We are watching.
bastard, so he's going to make this as boring as possible.
B.O.B. boring old.
That's a good one. Uh,
Thank you, Jim. Yourself as well.
Cousins of rock.
okay, I'm going to forward it a bit. We don't need to watch this. Yes, we can see it's adjusting. Just like we said would happen.
Attitude indicator.
Okay. So tell me, guys, was it flying over curve to self-adjust?
Certainly not.
No.
Last time I checked, that altitude indicator was sitting still.
Now notice that the attitude indicator now indicates that that table is in level flight, even though it didn't start off in level flight when he spun up the gyro. Now the question becomes, if a gyro is rigid in space, why didn't it stay at the original position once the gyro was spun up? It's
because it wasn't in its rigid space. It wasn't calibrated in. It gets calibrated using a vacuum.
That's an electric one. It was like this when they spun it up. That locks it in rigid space, Flatzoid.
And the vacuum and the pendulous vanes make its orientation horizontal. Okay?
Wow.
So when you set it up as horizontal on the runway, that is your
But he didn't set it up as horizontal on the runway, Flatzoid. He just turned it on.
reference. That's how you set your true horizon.
Yeah.
So as soon as you take off, you know where the horizon is. You know where the ground is, so you don't crash.
My God, you're a fucking idiot. He didn't adjust it for the horizon. It adjusted itself. It processed itself, but it was still sitting on the desk. He just doesn't understand.
It doesn't
shit.
make it fix Earth curve all of a sudden. It just gives you your horizon.
Oh, okay.
So you know.
And again, where's the horizon, Flatzoid? Where inside Wolfie's house is the horizon? I didn't see it. Didn't see an horizon there. Hold on. Where are we at? We're at 2302. Where's the horizon, Flatzoid? Where is the fucking horizon?
Curve all of a sudden, it just gives you your horizon.
He just fucking makes excuses. He's wrong. He knows he's wrong, but he just makes shit up. He just makes excuses. So desperate, man. You're so fucking desperate, Flatzoid.
So you know where you are.
Wes says, how much curve would you expect on a globe? Alan Norstrand. Well, you start. I
8 inches per mile squared.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly.
And that means absolutely nothing, man. That means absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Which
Just like the geometry dictated would be 8 inches per mile squared.
And that you
And
see.
it's, oh, but it's a parabola.
Yeah.
That's not our problem. That's the most accurate geometry up to 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
No, it is your problem if you're using the wrong formula, dumbass.
So yeah. And do we see that 8 inches per mile squared?
Jesus
Certainly
Christ.
not. Certainly
No.
not.
You do when boats go over the fucking horizon, asshole. You most certainly see that.
They're changing it now. Like Jesse Pathelite's handing out these little cards on the internet showing how they calculate C curve now.
Ooh.
I know.
because it's not rigid in space. It's gyroscopically stabilized, and it responds and self-corrects.
Is he telling us the gyroscope is not rigid in space?
No, the gyroscope is. The housing of it isn't. The thing that's sitting on the desk isn't. See, the gyroscope's able to spin and turn and maneuver inside that case. but it's showing precession, dumb shit, and it's not moving over your flat Earth. So how could it precess? I mean, you say the Earth's flat, it's not moving. How could it precess? The minute he turned that motherfucker on, it was locked in that orientation. Didn't move it. How did it precess?
He said it's not. It
Does he
corrects.
understand that gyroscope? There is a gyroscope inside the attitude indicator.
Yeah, and if it's not taken out of its orientation in 3D space, it will not precess.
Wow.
I think he
Did
knows
he
that.
realize
On a flat Earth, on an Earth that's not moving, it won't precess. But guess what, motherfucker? The Earth moves. The Earth spins on its axis, 1 revolution per day. That's why it did that. Fucking deal with it, man. Cope.
that Wolfie had that pin out when he stuck it on? That means it wasn't stuck in place. That's
Say what? No, it locked itself in 3D space, dude. That's what it did. And then it precessed because the Earth is spinning.
why he was calibrating it to horizontal. So when he
No, he wasn't calibrating it to horizontal. Sorry, man. Gravity does that. And precession.
calibrated and he stuck that pin back in, it will try and keep it at that horizontal that he just
When did he cage it? What pin? What pin are you talking about? What pin are you talking about, Flatzoid? There's no pin.
calibrated it to.
He hadn't caged it, dude.
He was calibrating it. And you saying, oh, it's adjusting for Earth curve.
No, it's not adjusting for Earth curve. It's adjusting for spin. It's precessing because of spin.
If he could do it by itself, you wouldn't need an
I know that really fucking hurts your feelings, man. But try and deal with it.
indicator too. You'll be able to know where the horizontal was.
Yeah, but look how simple this is. Okay, he
You don't understand what simple shit is, man. You don't understand simple shit. So stop saying that.
starting the, let's say this rim is the gyro.
Okay.
And he starts spinning, but it's now off. It's not sitting at horizontal. So now he's going to put it on so it can get to calibrate it because now he's pulled the pin out. Remember, there's plates with gears.
No, he didn't pull the cage lever, did he? Let me go back. 2514.
Ago, and has graciously given me permission to use some of his footage. Now, the first thing that I want to point out is this is the same attitude indicator that we looked at a moment ago. You have the model number, and you can look up the specs on it if you wish. It is an electrically powered gyroscopic attitude indicator. Now, he's getting ready to go ahead and hook up the power supply to this. Notice the red off flag is showing, which indicates that the gyro is not spinning. The thing that I want to point out is notice that the airplane is not level with the horizon. Although the dot in the center is on the horizon, you see that left or port wing is high and the right or starboard wing is low. Watch what happens when he powers up the gyroscope.
It corrects.
There's really no better time than now to take your productivity to the next level. Grammarly is offering 50%.
You can see that the off flag has disappeared.
But he didn't pull a pin. He didn't pull the cage pin. He didn't do that, Flatzoid, did he? So why are you lying? Why are you lying and saying, well, the reason he pulled that was to lock it in place and correct for it? And there's no horizon to correct for, man. So you're a fucking liar, Flatzoid. You're a pathetic, desperate fucking liar.
It's not sitting at horizontal. So now he's going to put it on so it can get to calibrate it because now he's pulled the pin out. Remember, there's plates with gears.
That's okay. Something landed on the button that turns the this plug onto this thing, and I lost power on my headset. So let's go back and hear what Flatzoid said about why it corrected.
Scope is not rigid in space.
He said it's not. It
Does he
corrects.
understand that gyroscope? There is a gyroscope inside the attitude indicator.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he
Didn't
knows
you
that.
realize that Wolfie had that pin out?
No, he didn't. He didn't pull the cage pin, dude. He didn't.
When he stuck it on.
No, he didn't.
That means it wasn't stuck in place. That
No, it didn't. No, he wasn't. No. See, he's lying. He's fucking lying. He's gaslighting. Hey, Citizen 9.
That's why he was calibrating it to horizontal.
No, he wasn't calibrating it to horizontal, Flatzoid. The precession of the Earth did that.
So when he calibrated
And gravity helped.
it and he stuck that pin back in,
He didn't push the pin back in, Flatzoid. You're lying. You just watched the fucking video and you're lying about it. Oh my fucking lord.
it will try and keep it at that horizontal that he just
I mean, how fucking bold can you be? To fucking show something and just say the exact opposite about it. How fucking dishonest.
calibrated it to. He was calibrating
And he's like, last night on the debate, he was like, you tell me where I've ever lied. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You're lying right now.
it. And you saying, oh, it's adjusting for Earth curve.
If you could do it by
What a
itself,
pa-
you wouldn't need an indicator too. You'll
What a pathetic fuck.
be able to know where the horizontal was.
Yeah, but look how simple this is. Okay, he's starting the. Let's say this rim is the gyro,
Okay.
and he starts spinning, but it's now offset. It's not sitting at horizontal. So now
Right, it doesn't care. It doesn't care, Flatzoid.
he's going to put it on so it can get to calibrate it because now he's pulled the pin out. Remember,
No, he didn't pull the pin out, Flatzoid. We just watched it again.
this plate with gears. Let's see if I can actually get it.
A plate with gears. He didn't pull any pin out, Flatzoid. And he didn't push a pin back in. You're lying.
That quickly.
Wow.
Inside of a.
There's Matthew.
But this is why I call these guys deceptive.
Really? You just fucking lied about a video you just watched and you call us deceptive? Seriously?
I want to see if I can get the right kind of plate
God, the fucking balls on this asshole.
to make it sound a
Wow.
bit more. Sorry, to make it more visually.
I understand what you're talking about.
Man.
I already drew a picture on mine. It's like it's gonna.
It's got a gear.
Gyro, yeah, it's gonna push it to horizontal. It's gonna keep it there when you spin it up.
Yeah. The gears hold each other to keep it in that plane because you've calibrated it to that plane. What Wolfie did now is he kept that arm out, so it has to calibrate. So he's calibrating it.
No, there's no arm kept out, asshole. Yeah, Citizen 9, he thinks that the pendulous vanes on an aircraft device, artificial horizon or whatever, they're weights to force it back into alignment.
And that's why it is self-correcting. So once it has self-corrected to horizontal, you stick that.
No, they self-correct because of gravity, dipshit, because the pendulous vanes get too out of skew with gravity, and they open. The gravity makes them open. See, they're weighted, and the thing moves too much out of alignment, and the pendulous vanes swing open and unveil a port, and air can get in there.
That pin that you pulled out, you
Hey, casual.
push it back in, so it holds it.
At the
Cheers,
horizontal.
Matthew. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So it holds that plane of reference.
Yeah.
But you see, these guys being so deceptive, he's busy calibrating it, and it's saying, you see, it's now adjusting.
Yeah,
It's adjusting.
You saw it adjusting without pulling anything. The only thing that's being pulled is our legs by you.
For gravity. So Earth curve.
That's where he goes next. I'm pretty sure he'll go to the center of mass, and he takes this a ruler and he'll walk you at an angle around a curve.
Well, let's just make them. Let's ask them to do something again. Let Wolfie do that again with it off center. Put the pin in and then try.
He didn't pull a pin out. He didn't cage it at all, dipshit. And if he had caged it, it wouldn't have moved. It would be locked in place. Fuck, you're stupid. God damn it, you're dishonest. My lord.
Putting it on and see if it's going to
My word.
autocorrect.
It probably won't. It'll
Fuck
be
me.
stuck in that.
Yeah, it
rigid
holds
spot.
the gear. It holds the gear in.
Yeah.
Bob.
See, they have no idea how the device works. I've got a pretty good idea of how it works. I've listened to other people talk about it. Listen to people like Bob and Wolfie and them talk about how they work. But this motherfucker hadn't even read a paper about them. He even read a pamphlet. Doesn't ask any questions. Just thinks he knows how they fucking work just because he's seen fucking flat Earth videos about them.
Like I said, we weren't born yesterday.
Sad, man. Yeah. So tell me why I'm supposed to believe that when you prove that you were.
And he's losing that hair.
If you weren't born yesterday, oh my fucking lord, that's bad. Because only a person born yesterday would know more than you.
Quick, dude. Look at that thing go.
Yeah.
Just shave it off, Bob. Come on.
Yeah, a person that was born yesterday would know vastly more than you.
Take the mustache too. It's horrible.
But yeah, at the end of the day, they're trying to be deceptive. They're trying to pull wool over people's eyes because they
Yeah, that's what we do,
have gullible
says the guy that believes the earth is flat and space is fake.
audiences. They say, look at this, it's self-adjusting for gravity, so therefore curve. In the meantime, they don't explain to you, you see that pen that you're pulling out? If it's not put in, it will adjust.
Again, no pin. They didn't cage it, dude.
Because it's got gears inside there that lock together. That's why you pull and pull. Otherwise, why do they have it there?
Good question. If you ran your gyro and your altitude indicator, whatever you want to call it, with the pin out, would you wreck if you didn't set that horizontal? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, you will, because it sets your horizontal. It sets your horizon, your true horizon. That's why they set this on the runway. That's why I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can quickly get something. Give me 2 minutes.
He's trying to.
He thinks that everything he thinks that everything he thinks is correct, and everyone else is stupid if they don't think like him. It's a typical narcissistic behavior.
Muddy the waters, man. That's what he's doing. Mm-hmm. You can see it, obviously.
It's
I'm going to get me a ham radio and do a moon bounce, too. I want to do that.
Yeah, man.
I've done it.
We can hit the moon with radar or ham radio. Yeah.
And it comes back to a moving target. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, it comes back to you. Or it bounces over to China or another part of the world.
I know.
One day.
I hear you can do the same with the ISS, too.
Yeah, you can. They have a 2-meter radio built in. As a matter of fact, every EV suit has a 2-meter repeater, 2-meter ham radio repeater built into it for that purpose, to be able to communicate with them. And schools will actually communicate with the ISS through a radio pointed straight up, not pointed at any place on Earth, pointed straight the fuck up. Highly directional. Won't pick up anything outside of its direction. So, you're dumb.
Of course.
Bob. He's a hobby, dude.
He has a hobby. He's an astronomer. Says the people that are in this fucking on this show every single fucking day. What are your hobbies?
See if I can. There's a certain video. I don't know if I'm gonna find it.
Twat. I love the word twat.
But it's where he
What the hell's going on here? Hey.
showing he's setting it on the runway.
He isn't setting it on the runway, man. He isn't on the fucking runway, dude. There was no runway in his house. See, the only thing that he knows about the attitude indicator is what he's seen on Flat Earth videos. And his fucking ignorance when it comes to gyroscopes. What the hell is going on? Is my fucking internet going down? Yeah, it's fucking... What the hell? We got any weird lights going on? I mean, it's on a hard line. It's on a network line straight to the router. What the hell? Am I breaking up or anything? Let me... Am I coming up through okay? 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 Okay. Well, that works. I'm not. It's got to be YouTube. 'Cause, I mean, it's coming out to you fine, so it's not my internet. Anyway, I mean, these people are so fucking ignorant. They really are. And then now he'll cage it. He cages it later. Yeah, it's just fucking YouTube. Let me open another YouTube page, see what happened. Let's see, where are we at? 2930? Let's try and reset it. Refresh it.
Okay.
2930.
There's a certain video. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. But it's where he's showing he's setting it on the runway. Anyway, I don't have time to look for it now, but they set it on the runway for a reason.
No, they let it spool up. They let it spin up on the runway because they aren't doing anything else. They got to do their pre-flight. They got to do their inspection. They let it start up so it has time to start up.
Because it's setting the true horizon so you know where the ground is and the sky.
You know, some planes are tilted like this, Flatzoid, when they're sitting on the runway. They're tilted back like that. Let's find pictures of airplanes. Pictures of airplanes. Here. Pictures of pictures of airplanes on the runway. Like big wide body jets, they're kind of horizontal. But if you got smaller craft, some of them are tilted up. So you don't know anything, Flatzoid. You think you do, but you don't. You really, really, really don't.
It's as simple as that. And while you're flying your plane, it's trying to push that gyroscope out of that orientation that you set it into. So if Wolfie wanted to, he could have just kept it out of whack like it was, and didn't pull. Just stuck the gears in to hold it.
He didn't though. He didn't. He didn't touch the gauging knob.
And then put it on. It will stay where it is because it would be picking it up as that orientation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
To what the downward vector of gravity is. And to do that, it uses something called pendulous vanes, which we'll discuss further in a minute. As has been pointed out, some of the early attitude indicators did not have pendulous vanes, and that is correct. The earliest attitude indicator was a mason jar half filled with motor oil.
Yeah, because it works with weight. It's like if you go and stand.
No, it works with gravity.
And hold two weights in your arms. And maybe it's too heavy. It's going to pull you to one side.
Yeah. They're finding a balance, right, with both sides.
It's making a balance. That's all the pendulous vanes are there for. It's because it moves, it shifts over, and it counteracts the weight so it can orientate to show the true horizontal, which it was when you set it and calibrated it on the runway.
And you could use it.
God love his little heart.
Not get lost or lose your bearing. You could always find your true heading.
Mm-hmm.
Think an attitude indicator would give you your true heading? Is that what you just said, dipshit?
Keep it
kind
simple.
Of give you an idea of what.
Oh my God, they're just so out of their depth.
The direction of down was. We then went to gyroscopically stabilized attitude indicators, much like the current heading indicators that we have now. However, they had to be periodically readjusted due to gyroscopic precession as we went over the surface of the Earth.
No, it's due to gyroscopic precession because it has momentum. Conservation of momentum.
As we went over the surface of the Earth.
No, it's due to gyroscopic precession because it has momentum. Conservation of momentum. Have you ever heard of it? Oh, wait, you have. You always spout it on. Just like I was also trying to explain to him in the bait. When something is turning, it has what you call conservation of momentum. So it has the energy. Okay? And that's what causes the precession, not damn Earth curve.
Oh my God.
And don't you have to adjust things like that after a while because of mechanical noise? It'll actually throw the indicator off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Let's say this phone of mine is a plane. It's sitting on the runway now. It's set the gyro for the horizontal, the horizon. Now it's taken off and it's flying level. Remember, that gyro, it's picking up the horizon like this. The gyro is being physically forced out of its orientation that was set, correct?
Yeah.
So it's constantly trying to adjust to keep it back to the set horizon.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple. It's doing it.
No, you dumb motherfucker. Holy fucking shit.
Not
No
curve.
Does its job.
Oh my God.
Insanity.
If it doesn't do its
Insane
job,
in the main brain.
Oh my God.
I would hate to be at Bob's head, dude. It's got to be a madhouse in there, dude.
It's crazy.
Hands appearing out of nowhere, punching you in the face.
I mean, it's like crazy. It's almost like the debate I had all over again with him.
Yep, same stuff.
All right. The debate that wasn't a debate.
No.
I'm not here to debate. I'm here to educate.
Exactly.
Wesley, the horizontal is a rigid plane in space. The gyro is physically moving.
All right, I'm back.
Out of that rigid place and trying to adjust to get back to that rigid place. You get it? Like the bicycle tire spinning in one plane. When you try and force it out, it physically wants to get back to that because it's a rigid plane. It wants to get back to that place. That's what a gyro does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modern attitude indicators have pendulous vanes and correct automatically to the vector of gravity. Now next we're going to demonstrate this auto-correction. So I'm going to turn it back over to Wolfie and let him take it from here.
Wolfie again.
So the gyro is now aligned nicely, and what we're going to do is the first demonstration where I will deliberately put the gyro out by 20 degrees and we can time how long it takes to self-correct. And let me just show you first.
Well, why didn't you put the pull to cage? Why haven't you caged it yet?
Why don't you let it fucking play, asshole?
He's doing it on purpose, dude. That's why he's doing that.
Yeah, because he's...
See, when you pause it every 2 seconds,
a wolf.
You don't really understand what they're trying to say.
Wolf.
Right? If you keep pausing it, you don't get to see what they're going to say. You just keep pausing it, right?
He's a dishonest beep.
Hi.
Hi.
He's in the wolf pack. What, Wolfie in the wolf pack?
Yeah, I see why you get pissed off at him because of this very thing, dude. This is
Because of what very thing? That he won't pull the cage button?
Underhanded as hell.
No, Wolfie's not in the wolf.
That's what makes him dishonest?
It is. It's because they know they're talking to an audience that doesn't understand how the mechanics work of the attitude indicator. So they're getting the information from this dishonest guy.
Wow, I can actually see a joint, like a roach, a short joint, to light it without my fucking facial hair getting in the way.
Okay? He's giving them half truths. So they don't really think, okay, yeah, well, he's just showed me this, so obviously it's true. Well, he's not putting it in fix. He's not putting the pull to gate. That's what's there.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I have to be ready for this. Okay. Let's go back a little bit.
This dishonest guy. Okay? He's giving them half truths. So they don't really think, okay, yeah, well, he's just showed me this, so obviously it's true. Well, he's not putting it in fix. He's not putting the pull to gate. That's what's there for a person, to hold that gear in place.
Well, they're showing you the magic of gravity, but not demonstrating it. Take it up in a plane like that, dude, and fly. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sov in a while. I really do hope he's okay.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. He's on the Jaren's channel.
He's on Facebook. Okay. I mean, he's replying to people on Facebook and stuff, but he just hasn't done a stream in 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, quite a while on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely.
It was his birthday the day before too. On top of that.
Yeah, that as well.
You replied to me on Facebook.
Yeah, he did.
The gyro is actually working. If I move the case, the gyro inside the artificial horizon is holding level nicely. If the aircraft were to pitch up, that's the indication you get. If the aircraft pitches down, that's the indication you get.
Okay.
The aircraft is banking to the right.
Yes.
It looks like that. The right wing is low. If it's banking to the left.
And notice all this time he's doing that, is it still holding the correct reference?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right in the center.
Okay. Now look what's going to happen.
The left wing is low. So the artificial horizon is functioning correctly. So now what we're going to do is...
See, taking it out of its cage. Now you're taking it out of its lock. You're taking it out of its what?
You aren't taking it out of its lock. You are caging it, locking it to the gimbal. You dumb fuck.
What do we call it? Calibration.
Yeah.
What do you expect will happen when you take it out of its calibration?
Taking out of its cage.
It's going to lose its horizon, dude, as soon as he does it.
Oh, man.
Cage the gyro.
What does caging a gyro do? Caging a gyro locks the rotor spin axis in a vertical position that prevents the gimbals from rotating. This is useful for a number of reasons. So it locks the gimbal to the gyro. It doesn't take it out of its calibration. You fucking idiot.
I'm going to rotate.
Now that does.
And then he's going to cage
about
it
20 degrees to the right.
Yeah.
No, it's already caged, dumb fuck.
I'm going to release the cage and then put the case back. And you'll see it's just a little bit more than 20 degrees misaligned now.
Mm-hmm.
So
right. And the gyroscope thinks that is vertical. That's horizontal.
I'm going to start the stop.
So a different point.
And that's the point now.
Yeah.
So it's trying to adjust.
Yeah, of course.
Remember, you've literally taken the gyro and you tilted the gyro physically.
Recalibrated, really.
Yep, he really reset the horizon.
Yeah, he's recalibrating it. This is why I call this guy dishonest.
Yep.
But you call him dishonest because he wouldn't pull the cage knob. But he hadn't gotten to that point yet. So now he's dishonest for something else. Okay.
Anybody say
now he's dishonest because he did pull it?
Worked one of them would know that, wouldn't they?
Fucking love it. They're so desperate to make everyone out to be as dishonest as they are. They really are. I guess it makes them feel better, makes them think that they aren't complete douchebags, that everyone else is a douchebag like them, when in reality, no, they're the douchebags.
Watch.
So
and we'll
sad,
see
man.
how long it takes for the gyro to erect itself back to level.
I noticed, guys, he made the horizon to the right. Okay. Which vector is gravity again?
Not like
Okay.
To the gyroscope, it's whatever you tell it is.
Supposedly, the pseudo force of gravity.
So wrong vector, Bob.
Wow.
Now watch this.
You really have to.
Yes. What the fuck, indeed.
This is like really boring. Okay.
And that's why you'll remain ignorant.
Yes, it's
Because science is boring to you.
adjusting. There we go. Come on.
By reading the vector of gravity and bring it back to level over time because it's gyroscopically stabilized, not rigid in space.
Because why? Because he reset it.
But it's not hard to work out, bro.
Literally, this is just the precession fixing. Because he put it out of whack.
Yeah.
It's just the precession fixing because he put it out of whack.
It'll go back to the horizon eventually, right?
Think of it this way. It's like taking a cup of water and turning it. No matter which way you turn it, the water's always going to have the same level. That's the same thing. Now, they're just claiming that's gravity and that gravity means curve. No, that doesn't mean gravity curve. It just...
God damn it, he's dumb. Holy crap, he's not really smart at all. At all.
This means it's physics of the spinning gyro.
Yep.
Those gyros have weight to them.
That's why they put them in a vacuum, right?
Those gyros have weight to them. Actually, they're perfectly balanced, but yeah, they are heavy. Pretty heavy.
So the weight doesn't interfere with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
And they just say stupid shit, and somebody will agree with them.
gravity. Sorry.
But again, yeah. Notice that he made it right, not up or down, so it's not gravity. It's not curve.
Wow.
It's just trying to realign.
Dumbest person I've ever run across in my entire 62-year life. Now, to be fair, I'd say 55, because I didn't start really knowing people until later, after I was born. So 55 years, the dumbest fucker I've ever encountered.
Okay, this is boring.
Deliberately offset the gyro. It was just more.
And my cousin used to think he was hatched. So
more than 20 degrees, and you can see now.
Earth without having to dip its nose down. And quite frankly,
what has dipping its nose got to do with what it's doing now? It's just picking that the plane's banking.
Yeah.
So what's this got to do with curve?
Because if it stays out of whack too long, the pendulum stays correct. I think that's what he's going for.
It's a different direction.
Wow.
This is...
Yes, wow indeed, PJ.
Dumb.
We're going through these videos quite quickly because, it's not hard to go through it.
Wow.
Let's see what. It's refraction, guys. Come on.
Refracting gyros.
Yeah, it's a refracting gyro.
It's got eyeballs on it. It's looking at the horizon now.
Refracting off the powder lights or whatever.
I'm going to speed this bullshit up to 1.5.
It's refracting off the powder lights.
So horrible.
the answer is yes, because we're going to see how long it takes to compensate for more than 20 degrees here in a moment. And I suspect it will be less than 80 minutes.
So what? It can take 400 days. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's not Earth curve. It's no gravity.
Well, here's a lesson for you, Flats. Don't pull your pen while you're flying.
Oh my word.
Does he roll sickness?
I mean, is this the best this guy has to offer?
Yes, usually.
Come on.
Are you the best your mom's box has to offer? It just works. The joke works for any situation.
He's literally just sitting here watching Wolfie's video.
Watch your paint dry.
It was just Kate.
He's using that as a demonstration, stupid. Why don't you sit the fuck up and down shit?
The gyro.
Okay, let's go back a bit.
Helicopter would
sit the fuck up and down set. You do that.
Function perfectly on something travelling as fast as the SR-71. It's correcting fast enough to easily compensate for the curvature of the Earth.
While it's sitting...
Shut the fuck down and... What? I don't know.
Still on a table.
Yeah. Demonstration.
So notice, guys, he's saying a gyroscope is accounting for curve while sitting still on a table.
It's counting for rotation of the Earth. That's what it's doing.
Yep, that's what he said. Take it up in flight, dude. Do the same thing.
In an aircraft that fast.
Dude, he's a professional fucking pilot, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
This time we're going to...
He's a professional commercial pilot. Fucking moron.
Offset the angle.
What do you think? He's like flying a pterodactyl like fucking bedrock?
In the other direction, just to confirm that it wasn't a fluke in pitch. So what we're going to do is just...
I mean, Australia is kind of savage.
Page the gyro. Mm-hmm. We're then going to pitch the aircraft upwards by about 10 degrees. I will release the cage and then lower the attitude. So that's now...
Shut the fuck up, Brian.
indicating about 10 degrees nose down.
Mm-hmm.
And if we start the stopwatch, let's see.
Again, he's got an issue. Which vector is gravity again, guys?
It's toward the center of the earth, stupid.
Down.
Down. And his nose is pointing down, correct?
Right.
And which way is it going to correct now?
I don't think anybody in their right mind would do this with a gyro while they're flying a plane, dude.
No.
It'll show you the earth curve. Is that what it'll do? You're gonna run into the ground, dude.
It's weird.
This is hurting me. It's hurting my brain, man.
I know the excuses or the deceit they have to go to prove the point, and it doesn't prove it.
Yes, if he had sped it up or cut out frames, they'd be crying their eyes out. Yeah, they would be.
Yep.
Man.
See how long it takes for this gyro to correct back to level. Remember, it only needs to correct 1 degree in 8 minutes.
So they sent me my medication. I only have to take one of these a day.
It's for an aircraft traveling at 450 knots. So let's see how long it...
It's a cool inhaler. The other one's different. My other one, when you open it, it cocks it, and then you inhale. Well, I guess it cycles a dose up into the airway. Then you inhale, and then when you close it, it clicks the counter. But this one's different. It's like the cover comes open, and it just stays open. You can open and close it. But it's got a yellow lever, and you pull it down, and that cycles the dose. And then when you close it, it's got a groove running down the center here underneath the button that you push. And it's got a little ridge, a little like blade. And it goes up underneath there, and it pushes that back up into place. It cocks it, resets it. It's pretty cool. My other one is just you opened it, it cocked it, you inhaled it, and then closed it.
Again, if rigid in space, there will be no correction, no matter at the time. The gyro itself is...
I can't wait to, until this is empty, to open it up and see what the fuck's in there, see how it works. I want to see how this works. I mean, this is like the shit I lived for as a kid, is to get a mechanical thing like this and see how it functioned. I tore so much shit apart as a kid.
Rigid in space. You locking the gear is, you see this panel on the attitude indicator? There is...
Yeah, it's like a powder. It doesn't taste too bad. Has a medicine taste to it. But man, it fucking does the trick. I'll wake up gasping for breath, and I'll hit this thing, and it's like, boom, air.
There is a gear to that and the gyro. The gyro is still spinning. It's still rigid in space.
Yeah.
You're just linking... Oh, my word. You're just linking the mechanics of the gyro spinning to the attitude indicator and all its mechanics towards it. That's all you're doing.
But how does it know which way to look, Flatzoid, unless you had gravity aiding it? He just doesn't understand shit. It's funny. It's better than Brenya. They hit me on Brenya, and that shit sucked. That was like a inhaler like this. It just didn't do anything for me, but this shit works. And I can't tell the VA that it works, or else they'll cancel the prescription and probably give me aspirin.
Zanuck doesn't think you know what you're talking about.
Well, Zanuck doesn't understand half the things he ever talks about, so...
Zanuck's in here. Hey, Zanuck, how you doing? Long time no see.
I'm surprised Zanuck's still around after all the buttwhip he's been getting from everybody since... I mean, how much years has this guy been around on Discord servers, and every time he opens his mouth, he literally gets whipped.
Yeah, what are we corrected to again, Zanuck? To the horizon? Is that what you're correcting to?
They really think they're smarter than everyone, that they've won every argument, won every debate. They've actually proven their point. They really think that they're smart. They really think they're the shit, don't they? Wow.
Yeah, Zanuck doesn't even know that Coriolis effect requires 2 reference frames.
No, it doesn't require 2 reference frames, dipshit. Matthew Senkow says Zanuck has frame of reference issues. Really? Zanuck does. Okay.
He thinks it's only need 1.
I think I remember that back when on FED.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, he doesn't understand what's going on.
Not at all.
But you don't understand.
And they blocked him. He's no longer on there. They've blocked him. He's not in the chat now. If you look at the chat, he's not there.
Finish the finish, dude.
I don't understand, yeah. Come on, Bob. You could have made this more exciting. Come on.
Bobby boy. I don't know if Bobby knows what excitement is. I don't think his testosterone levels have ever gone above medium, whatever that is. You know?
He's a married man, right? He's got to have a wife, right? I'm pretty sure he does.
He's married, yeah.
You know what freaks me out is lens shift or tilt shift. That freaks me out.
So boring.
Dude, so it's easily correcting 10 degrees in 8 minutes. It only has to correct 1 degree in 8 minutes.
It doesn't matter. It's not correcting for curve. And by the way, would this be accumulated data?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So let me put it this way. Would you be able to have a measured data for this?
Yes, if you were this far out of a whack, yeah, it would probably show up. But it adjusts it gradually. It adjusts it as you fly, so it wouldn't show up. There'd be no need to fucking record it. Maintaining steady.
They do, don't they?
No.
Pretty sure we got a hold of something. They don't?
No, because the pitch data shows it doesn't do this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
All right.
And
so, like,
yes, because it flies level, stupid. It flies level.
Argument is the reason it doesn't do it is because it's doing adjustments.
It's doing adjustments. We've got no record for it.
Let me show you doing adjustments while it's not giving you data that it's doing adjustments. Because it's doing adjustments.
That's what doing adjustments is. It should show you that it's doing something, so the data can show you that.
The actual plane's not doing that. The gyro is doing the adjustments.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're maintaining the horizon. Yeah.
Yes. Even if your attitude indicator is out of whack and your plane is still flying level, the gyros is what's fixing everything. The gyro is still trying to keep that rigid space. And the fact that they claim a gyro doesn't have rigid space is idiotic.
Mm-hmm.
It shows they don't even understand what a gyro does.
That's so funny.
Wow.
And to maintain that, you have to have lift to keep that horizon, right? You got to maintain a speed, a constant. Yeah. It's kind of hard to like.
2 degrees.
Yeah, remember to fly level. Let's put it this way: to change anything on a plane, okay, you got different forces. So you either have to push throttles, you have to have more force to be able to keep that angle, or you have to pitch your plane to be able to get more air to be able to give it lift. Mm. So if I fly this, let's say 2 degrees, and I slow down, eventually you'll still fall because you don't have enough air pushing to it. But if you're not using enough thrust and you are able to angle a bit more, it is able to. This is what planes stall. Because it's a right or left adjustment. One's too much or the other. Eventually, something's going to happen, and that's why plane stalls.
Lifting drag, isn't it? Lifting drag.
If you get your plane straight up, you would actually stall out eventually.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was paying attention to something else. What did he say about this?
You to be able to get more air to be.
And to maintain that, you have to have lift to keep that horizon, right? You got to maintain a speed, a constant. Yeah. It's kind of hard to like.
2 degrees.
Yeah, remember to fly level. Let's put it this way: to change anything on a plane, okay, you got different forces. So you either have to push throttles, you have to have more force to be able to keep that angle, or you have to pitch your plane to be able to get more air to be able to give it lift. Mm. So if I fly this, let's say 2 degrees, and I slow down, eventually you'll still fall because you don't have enough air pushing to it. But if you're not using enough thrust and you are able to angle a bit more, it is able to. This is what planes stall because it's a right or left adjustment. One's too much or the other. Eventually, something's going to happen, and that's why plane stalls.
Yeah. I guess if you're like teaching a football quarterback about it, that might work. But a plane stalls because the upward angle is too great for it to create lift over the wing. It can't create lift over the wing. It can't push air over the wing enough to create lift. That's why it stalls.
Lifting drag, isn't it? Lifting drag.
If you're playing straight up, you would actually stall out eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't because you're going too slow. It's that the air isn't moving across the wing enough. You can be going very fast and still stall.
It's a dance of it's a fine dance to have the right amount of
the
everything.
Airflow.
Nice speed, correct angle of attitude.
And if you don't believe me, what causes an airplane to stall? An airplane stalls when the airflow over the wing separates from the surface, which happens if the critical angle of attack is exceeded. Yeah, so it breaks up. It can't flow over the top surface of the wing to create that negative pressure.
Angle of attack and everything.
Learned something from Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts.
Because I mean, it's why the plane's wings are tear-shaped for the lift and drag, isn't it? It's a combination of like two things.
Me and my dad built the airplane simulator, the trainer thing that was in the Cub Scout manual. Me and my dad built that.
Make it fly. Obviously, the lift would be angling up and the drag on the wings. That's a combination that gives it the lift.
It would be almost impossible to fly over a curved surface, wouldn't it? You got to maintain that level horizon for a distance where you can get.
The Theory of Flight? No, I haven't. But I did see a good movie, The Man Who Saw Infinity, I think is it called. It's about the the Indian mathematician, Ramanujan, something like that. Fucking excellent movie.
Get lift to start with, right?
Let's just quickly listen to Bob's closing statement here and then laugh at him.
Okay. He's got another video he did right before this one too. I took a look
Ramanujan, something like that.
at it.
Okay.
This is about the same. It's horrible.
In case you're wondering why it's just there, so the body of the artificial horizon is not perfectly level there, then that accounts for that very slight angular difference.
So when you set the horizon there and you're showing it's not perfectly level, you made our point that it's not gravity. Because if it was gravity and it's a stationary thing, it will be perfectly level, correct?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
No, it wouldn't be perfectly level if the case that marks where it's supposed to be level is tilted, dipshit. Why would that be level? See, when the case is level, yeah, then it's level, but the case is tilted, so why would that still be level? The thing is telling you where level is, the ball in there is telling you where level is. It's as off as this thing was tilted. Fucking moron. And look at the face he's making. He really thinks he has something.
Absolutely.
Wait to debunk yourself, Wolfie.
And Bob. Thanks, Bob.
No, it was because of gravity that it didn't line up.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, we got thanks Bob as well. We've got thanks Bob as well.
Wow.
Wesley, just because something has 10 times the views doesn't mean it's not boring.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Remember, the guy's got like 30,000 subscribers almost. So people want to see how the attitude indicators in the globe. People can still click on, but it doesn't mean it's not boring. Just like we clicking on it. We're watching it, but it's boring.
There was a YouTuber that used to sit in the middle of his room, stare at the camera, cross-legged, and just smile at the camera, and not say a word for about 4 or 5 hours at a time. And he's got millions and millions and millions of views.
And it was boring.
Yeah.
You know, this makes me think of Planet Peterson. Whatever happened to that wolf?
You know, it gets a lot of views. The pitch drop experiment. There we go. The pitch drop. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Where is it? Where's the... It's supposed to be a webcam. Like yeah, it's supposed to be there used to be a webcam. That's YouTube. Yeah, he used to have a fucking 24/7 webcam running where you could look at it, you could watch. Wait. What's this? Oh, you fucker. Yeah, they took it down. Oh, well. Oh, that's cute. It's a bat box, and the bottoms of it, the bottoms of the layers are cut as the fucking bat signal. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can make those. How much do you think those would fucking sell for? Can I sell it if I make? Questions and answers. What's their, I have to check, but fuck. I mean, wow. That's fucking, you think that'd sell? And he just makes it on a router. Makes it on his CNC. I could actually make the file myself. Anyway, sorry.
That Planet Peterson is a reason why he won't discuss with us. It's because he's got scripted people on. Everybody he debates is just scripted, man. As simple as that.
If I just tilt it so that the bubble level is level.
Mm-hmm. You made it level. Holy crap.
Bubble level is level now.
Smart.
You can see the wings are perfectly level also.
Nice.
Now watch
so gravity then.
There's a whole lot of gravity in there, all those levels.
Yeah. Horizontal level.
Because remember, they claimed that it adjusts for the gravity to the center of Earth, correct?
Yep.
So even if your table was uneven and not level, it should still show level to the center of Earth.
The bubble does. Yeah. The gyro just, you set it to wherever the gyro is. The gyro remains stationary, remains rigid, no matter how you turn it. If you turn it this way, the gyro here is staying still, right? You can move it all around like this, the housing. But the gyro is going to maintain stillness, rigidity. I don't know what's so hard about this.
It
really
didn't.
Don't.
Why? Maybe think of that.
I am.
Man, this is idiotic.
Well, just to sum this up, it's very obvious that a gyroscopic attitude indicator is simply gyroscopically stabilized. It's not rigid in space. It is self-correcting to the vector of gravity. So as the direction of down changes as we go over the curved surface of the Earth, the attitude indicator easily corrects for that and maintains level flight.
Great. So where's the data for this?
Yeah, I was going to say that's a lie, dude.
No, so where's the data for this? Oh, wait, there is no data for this. Hence why we bring up the pitch data.
Yeah. Didn't he show some in this earlier before I came on, didn't he? I thought he showed a piece of it. Or is it probably in the next video? He pulls up the pitch data from Kiwi's channel. So.
I mean, no, he didn't show it on the stream.
Yeah, it's probably another video. He's got two of them about.
But yeah, it's so hard to understand. If you don't have any data supporting your claim, maybe your claim is bogus.
And where's your map of flat Earth? Your model of flat Earth? Your measurements of flat Earth?
So that was a quicker stream than I anticipated.
Cool.
That's Bob for you.
Well, that's Bob, isn't it? A minor of little information and plenty of words in that little information.
Don't give a shit about you. Anyway, this has been a short one, I guess. We could look at other shit. What other shit we want to look at? Let's go to premium. Because I'm not a fucking peasant. Kelly's Heroes, that is a funny fucking movie. That is a good movie. Nothing on here, law enforcement. What that? Judge Franklin, he's good. I think that's Judge Franklin. He's a good judge. That's not a good judge. Nothing much. Okay. Recently uploaded. There we go. I like to keep doing flat Earth stuff, but I'd kind of like to do other stuff too, like soft sit shit that has been sent to me and stuff. I think I might get a bigger audience. See what's live. 3D printing. Nothing politics. Sports ball. There's Penguin playing games. See, I'd like to do what he does. He just sits there and fucking talks. He's one of my favorite streamers. So anyway, I'll find something. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for coming. Yeah, it's like it take a long time. It's been going for 69 years. It takes about 13 years between drops. That's how slow. What it is it's pitch. It's tar, and it's very viscous. People think it's people used to think it's a solid, but it actually it's a fluid. But it's so viscous that it acts like a solid. And he took hot pitch. He heated it up. He plugged a glass funnel. He heated the bottom of a glass funnel, so it's sealed. Then he poured the hot pitch into it, let it cool. He broke and sanded the bottom of the funnel off so it's at an angle, so it's like new. And then started the timer. And over time, it blobbed out, dripped out. And it takes about 13 years for that fucker to drop. And it's the longest, either the or one of the longest running experiments that we have going, or anyone has going. There might be another one, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They've also got a battery that's been either running a bell or a light bulb for like 150 years or some shit. It's a special dry cell battery, and it's completely sealed, and it has fucking worked for like over 100 years or something. There's some pretty cool shit in science. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. And as always, be seeing you.